everyone.
As you guys just saw from that official clip that was shown at San Diego Comic-Con of this year, 2024, I think that alone announces or kind of solidifies how crazy they got with the announcements at San Diego Comic-Con. With Marvel's Hall H announcements, it had some big Avenger-level reveals, official confirmations, and announcements, by which we're going to be breaking down all of it. This is our overview video of Marvel's Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con this year of 2024. And of course, we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, breaking it all down for you guys, everything that we know, everything that was confirmed, everything that was announced, everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Marvel-related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today, because this is not going to be my only Hall H video here on the channel. We're going to jump into each kind of panel, announcement, and individual separate in-depth videos here on the channel in the coming days. So there's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot to unpack here as well. In this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from IGN.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. So everything that was announced at the Marvel Studios at San Diego Comic-Con 2024 panel, specifically with Marvel Studios taking over Hall H with the Avenger level reveals. That's a wrap on Marvel Studios sdcc 2024 panel, and it was quite jam-packed. An hour-long presentation that gave us more insight into things like the Fantastic Four, while also revealing some major news about the next two Avengers movies. While past sdcc Marvel panels have introduced massive stars into the MCU specifically, this year's presentation came with the announcement that Iron Man himself, Robert Downey Jr., RDJ, is coming back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe to take on a different character, Doctor Doom, in the next Avengers movie releasing in May of 2026, Avengers Doomsday. Other highlights include first footage looks for future MCU movies like Thunderbolts. Also, Captain America Brave New World had some new footage, some new reveals, and some new trailers shown there as well. It was a lot to cover, but we've managed to nab every major reveal and share it here. So kicking off with Captain America Brave New World's new footage reveals plan to rebuild, a bit of a plan, much rather, to rebuild the Avengers and Giancarlo Esposito's MCU role, elaborating a little bit more on that, solidifying and confirming a little bit more with that. So after opening with a Deadpool and Wolverine dance number, we get to see a first look footage of next year's Captain America movie, Brave New World. It highlights major players like Harrison Ford's Thunderbolt Ross, aka the Red Hulk, who is also looking to Sam Wilson to help him rebuild the Avengers. We also learn more about how the MCU plans to introduce adamantium, one of the Marvel's most precious metals, or materials much rather, very similar to kind of with what Black Panther is with vibranium essentially. Additionally, the cast of the film also revealed that Giancarlo Esposito will be playing the King of the Serpent Society, Seth Volokor, aka the Sidewinder. So he's playing the leader of the Serpent Society. This was something that was kind of like long rumored around and kind of theorized really, I think, amongst the fans here in the community. Captain America Brave New World comes to theaters not soon enough, but it's coming next year, February 14th of 2025. I could be wrong, but I think it is the next Marvel movie to hit theaters now that Deadpool and Wolverine is now out. Speaking of Marvel movies releasing in 2025, though, however, we also had some new footage and some new reveals for the upcoming Marvel Thunderbolts movie ahead of its 2025 premiere. Thunderbolts is smashing its way into the MCU with a ragtag team that includes Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, Ghost, Yelena, and more. Some early footage of the film shows Yelena facing off against Ghost and John Walker, Wyatt Russell, while also dealing with some personal demons. Whether or not Alexia, played by David Harbour from the Black Widow movie, can help her remains to be seen, or if he's going to be coming around essentially. He's already confirmed to be in the movie. It's kind of just setting things up like plot details wise essentially. Thunderbolts is coming May 5th of next year, 2025. As a bit of a side note for when we can maybe anticipate and expect to see some of these actual footage and trailers revealed publicly, you know, among social media and on YouTube there as well, is something I think that we'll see in the next coming couple of months. I think if for anything, like for Brave New World especially, next month is the D23 event that's taking place with Disney. I think that's more or less kind of where Disney likes to announce more Star Wars things and Pixar, other IPs other than Marvel. Marvel's kind of big reveals here is at Comic-Con essentially, but they still very well could and honestly should reveal some more trailers for Captain America for Brave New World, as that is going to begin ramping up its promotion and marketing for its February 14th of next year release. Moving forward, though, we have the Fantastic Four. It gets an updated title, a retro 60s settings confirmation as a period piece. The movie's releasing next year, July 25th of next year, 2025, coming out July 25th. So we have a solidified release date for Fantastic Four. It also kind of has like a subtitle that's also been attached to it, as it's now titled The Fantastic Four First Steps. It's actually beginning its production filming on Tuesday of next week at the time recording and publishing this video for its 2025 release. They also had apparently shown this conceptual kind of trailer for it as well that does show, you know, the characters in the cast much rather, you know, Pedro Pascal and all of the different characters there as well that are a part of the movie. They also tease Galactus in there as well. Their article continues by reading that the Fantastic Four is now officially confirmed to be titled The Fantastic Four First Steps, as I had mentioned, a subtitle to it. It might also be the biggest MCU movie of the last few years, maybe even potentially the biggest MCU movie to release next year. It's all set to introduce Marvel's most flexible family, and also during SDCC, we learned that it will be set in a retro future version of the 60s, essentially. Marvel also had shown off some early footage revealing Mr. Fantastic leading an old school science program, and also The Thing taking part in a dating show. Ahead of its production start date this Tuesday, as I had mentioned, we see Pedro Pascal, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Joseph Quinn, and Vanessa Kirby star as the Fantastic Four when it premieres next year, July 25th of 2025. They say this in a quick quote tease from Joseph Quinn himself, in quote, "I think we're all collectively going to bring in essence that is a family rather than thinking about it what we individually are going to bring much rather," Quinn said of the film. It's a sport, a team sport, essentially, ending that quote right there. Okay, let's get into the big ones here. Avengers Doomsday. Robert Downey Jr. is back and is going to be the MCU's Doctor Doom. They read in an official post confirmation, new mask, same task. Robert Downey Jr. has surprised Hall H to announce his return to the MCU as Doctor Doom this time around. This is the biggest WTF moment, I think, of the century, of the decade much rather. Robert Downey Jr., the man who kickstarted the MCU himself and kind of hung up his Iron Man suit in 2019 with Avengers Endgame, will play one of Marvel's most infamous villains, Doctor Doom. The Marvel legend has shared a few words about the casting announcement, simply saying, "New mask, same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters." It's unclear of how many films Victor Von Doom will appear in, but we do know that he is at least set to play a part in Avengers 5, as it is titled Doomsday. I would also anticipate and hope that he would play a part in Avengers 6, Secret Wars as well. That's coming out in May of 2027, as that is kind of like what the comics is based around Doctor Doom's character during Secret Wars. Robert Downey Jr. isn't the only MCU veteran putting back on the cape, though, however. Captain America Winter Soldier and Avengers Endgame directors Joe and Anthony Russo are also teaming back up with Marvel to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars as well. Details on the latter of that, though, however, Avengers Secret Wars is kind of light, but Marvel says that we can expect it to come out the following year, very similar to how they released Avengers Infinity War and Endgame about a year apart there. So I would hope not, but it feels like Doomsday is probably going to end on some type of major cliffhanger, similar to Infinity War. They also have the same writer coming back that had also written Infinity War and Endgame, coming back to scribe Doomsday and Secret Wars as well. Avengers 5, now titled Doomsday, meanwhile, seems to be a new title for the movie that was previously known as Avengers 5, The Kang Dynasty. It's a movie that's also shrouded in mystery into the regards of its plot details, but we at least know that it will bring back Robert Downey Jr. in a big and honorable way, expecting for it to come out in May of 2026. This all being said, guys, as I had mentioned from the get-go at the beginning of this video, this is our overview video of Marvel Studios announcements and confirmations at San Diego Comic-Con Hall H of 2024. Of course, I'll be confirming, going into more detail and in more depth on a lot of these different things that we've discussed in today's video in separate future videos here on the channel in the next coming couple of days. It's all the more reason to grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Peace out.